I was 12, my voice started cracking, and it just went all downhill since. I'm intrigued by the theme song for the Smurfs cartoon because it's probably the most typically sarcastically happy song I've ever heard. And I picture the guy that was like writing this down, writing it. They probably yanked somebody that used to do radio tunes and stuff, and they're like, we have this show where these small blue people are under attack by this guy who wants to eat them, and he has a cat, and the guy's like, all right, yeah, he probably came in there half drunk and is just so miserable, and he's just completely the la 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 la, it's hilarious. Also, when I'm thinking about it, I wonder how many people, women, I guess there might be some genetic dude experiments, but either way, that urinate on a pregnancy test, and instead of a plus and a minus, the golden arch from McDonald's shows up. So I can imagine some woman just completely is, I'm guilty of eating processed food too. I can't help it. In some cases, a lot of people can't, but some people just really, really overdo it. We know this. But just imagine a woman rolling out of the bathroom to her husband, friend, guy, and she's like, "We're having a Big Mac," and he's like, "Well, fucking hey," and then they start, they hug and they embrace somehow, and they they rush the fastest they ever could in their life. But this is like an everyday thing because, I don't know how. But anyway, they run out of the house somehow. It's like the fastest they ever ran in their life. They get in the car. She's doing her Lamaze, and they're going straight to Mickey D's. And they got to get that Big Mac. They got to get the Big Mac, the Angus burger right now because, it's serious. And then after it's all said and done, they even wait. They even show patience for the burgers. They come home, they've been smelling it all day, and they finally, they put it in there, they look at it, and they all start breaking a sweat. If you're a real big fan of like food, and I've been hungry, and I'll just get so like watching food porn on the Food Network or Epic Mealtime. I get so hungry, and if I'm eating something, it's like I can break a sweat in a fucking igloo. If there ever is a situation that requires an individual to wear a hat, whether it's a party or a dare, I'm always in favor of really, really big and completely stupid fucking hat. I want to have a pair of hamsters. I'm going to name them Thor, Sharkweed. I think the only acceptable beverage that anyone could have while taking a shit would be beer. And go to shops, and I guess I'm into, and they buy these hats that are nice, a classic bell hat or whatever. But I just think, again, I mentioned how mustaches are hilarious, and they will be kind of like farts and such and dicks. But really big fucking stupid hats is, again, a step in the right direction. I think if you had a choice to do your taxes for this year or run out and buy a $80 stupid fucking big hat, I'm going to hang out with you. We'll exchange data. And I find it amusing. And my hat is off to you, you big stupid hat-wearing dude. I like irony. And I think also a lot of people find it entertaining too when they point it out. But something that probably isn't happening enough to be noticed, but it has happened. People that have choked to death while taking vitamins, I think it's very ironic and it's interesting. It's also like a lot of health nuts that also, again, I'm not trying to blast everyone who's trying to be healthy, obviously. It's the people who think they're totally the Terminator and they're just this cyborg genetic experiment like Scott Steiner, if anyone's familiar with professional wrestling or whatever, that think that if they keep doing this, they're going to keep going and living on for like a million years. I think the point ends up being about feeling better, not so much living forever. And that's the thing that got, I think that should be the overall point, but it's not. It's kind of implied that, you know, you do these things and you will live way past your prime, but it's like some people just don't want to live way past their prime in reality, you know, because it's just, you know, it's like the concept of the Green Mile. But anyway, irony, yeah, where, you know, people run themselves to death and stuff like that. And also, it's also to note too that runners get high. I'm sure anyone who's seen this knows this, but I'm pretending as if no one knows what I'm saying at all. So, runners high, people can get addicted to that, and it just kind of throws a monkey wrench into the whole judgment of people who do that have habits and routines that are destructive. And also, I think that people can literally overclock their system very easily because, you know, some people genetically just, you know, are who they are. But anyway, I find that interesting irony. I like to think of myself as a nice guy, and I'm sure some people like to think of themselves as a nice person. But real courtesy, real true blue courtesy, is like if a guy just drives his SUV through the convenience store, but yet he still pays for his gas. I mean, just, you know, just climbs out of the wreckage. Everyone's in complete shock, but he just says 5 on pump 1 and gets into his car and backs out of the hole he made. You know, that's superior to me, I think. I'm going to start calling this sit-down attempts at comedy. It's not even, I'm not standing up for anything right now, I don't think. Just because the way my laptop is facing me or whatever. Now I'm going to attempt to send some comedy to you telepathically. Okay, ready? Here we go. Holy shit. Holy shit. Well, it seems that I found a graphic that is going to be used probably for some local news network to describe what the weather's going to be like. Here, we'll see if we can get that. It's just a fucking wreck. I think that's what that is. So, I mean, you can clearly tell by looking at it. You can see that we have highs in the 70s over here.